If you pay your super quarterly, there's money sitting in your business account that isn't yours, and you've probably already spent it. I'm Krishan Sharma from KNS Accountants, and in 20 years of working with small business owners, this is the most expensive compliance change I have seen catch people off guard. Every quarter, you hold your employee's super for up to 3 months. That cash sits in your account. You spend it on invoices, wages, fuel, whatever keeps the door open. It's not a loan, but you have been trying it like one. On 1st July 2026, it disappears. From that date, super has to hit your employee's fund within 7 days of every payday. Miss one, and the superannuation guarantee charge kicks in automatically. That's the unpaid super plus interest compounding daily plus an admin penalty on top. And the ATO doesn't need to audit you. Single touch payroll means they see every pay run in real time. Your Xero, MYOB or QuickBooks will try to send the payment, but if the cash isn't there, the software moves the number and not the money. And that spells trouble. In this video, I'll show you the buffer you need to build, what to change in your software, and what to do if there's already a gap. Let's get into it. Let's start with why this seems more painful than it is. On the surface, you are paying the same amount of super, just more fun. Same money, different schedule. So what's the problem? The problem is what that money was doing while it's set in your account. Say you are a trades contractor, you have 8 staff with an average salary around $75,000. Your current super bill is roughly $14,000. Under the current rules, that $40,000 stays in your operating account for up to 90 days. It covers material and the gap between when your client pays and when your bill hits. It's been your shock absorber, and you've probably never once thought of it that way. We had a client, a plumbing business with 12 employees. They had been running the business for 9 years and never once considered super as part of their cash flow. When we mapped it out, they had roughly $22,000 in super sitting in their operating account at any given time. That wasn't saving, but their flow. That's what stood between him and overdraft in their quieter months. After 1st July, that $22,000 drains out fortnightly, not once a quarter, every single pay. If the business has been leaning on that buffer, even without knowing, you are about to find out what it feels like without it. Most owners here pay super more often and think that's all that's changing it. There are 3 things shifting on 1st July, and most owners only know about the first one. First, frequency. Super goes from quarterly to every pay. Weekly payroll means weekly super. Fortnightly means fortnightly super. The due date is 7 business days from each payday. Miss that window and the SGC applies immediately, not at the end of the quarter that day. Second, and this is the one catches people off guard, the small business super clearinghouse shuts down on 1st July 2026. The free ATO tool that a lot of small businesses use to process super gone. If that's what you have been using, you need a replacement configured before the changeover. Your super fund or your payroll software will have an option, but you need to set it up. It won't happen on its own. Third, and this is the one actually hurts, the ATO now monitors compliance in real time through single touch payroll. Under the old system, you could be late on a quarterly payment and sort it out before anyone noticed. Under the new system, every pay run is reported, every super payment is tracked, and a missed payment is flagged before your next payroll even runs. Let me put a number on it. One employee's 80,000 salary, fortnightly pay cycle, their super per cycle is roughly $846. You miss one payment, the SGC on that is $846 shortfall plus the compounding daily interest from the due date plus $20 per employee admin per quarter. One missed payment, one employee, you are looking over $900. Multiply that across 8 to 10 staff and one bad fortnight can cost you thousands. This isn't just a compliance update. It's a cash flow problem, and most business won't realize that until the penalties hit. So if you are a small business owner and you want to know about changes like this before they cost you, not after, hit subscribe. Now you know what's coming and what it costs. Here's how to fix it. And I want to be clear, this is not a software setting. You will need to restructure your cash flow. Good news is you can do this in 3 steps, but all of them need to happen before 1st July 2026. Step 1. Know your numbers. Open your payroll software and calculate your super liability per cycle. If you are paying fortnightly, what's the total super across all your staff every 2 weeks? Compare that to what you have been paying quarterly. The gap between those two rhythm is your flow. The money that won't be sitting in your account anymore. That's the number you need to plan around. Step 2. Fix your software. Your Xero or MYOB needs to set up to process super every pay cycle, either through your super fund directly or a third-party provider, because the small business super clearing house won't exist anymore. And your single touch pay reporting needs to be clean, because that's what the ATO is reading in the real time. Don't assume any of this already set up. Log in and check. If you are not sure what you are looking at, give us a call so we can walk you through it before the deadline. Step 3. Build a buffer. Set up a separate holding account or adjust your cash reserve so that every pay cycle, the super amount is already sitting there, separated from your working capital. The rule of thumb I give clients: hold at least one pay cycle super as a permanent buffer. That way, if a client pays late or a job runs over, your super still goes out on time and the ATO never has a reason to come knocking. The owner who does these 3 things before 1st July will barely notice the change. The one who waits until August will notice it the worst way possible. A penalty for a payment they didn't realize was late on a system they thought their software was handling. Here's the problem line. Payday Super isn't a software update. It's the end of a quarterly float that thousands of small businesses have been relying on to stay liquid. The fix isn't complicated, but it has to happen before 1st July. If you are not sure where your cash flow sits once the float disappears, or want someone to look at your specific numbers and make sure nothing breaks, book a call with our team. Links in the description. Will go through your setup, find the gap, and get you sorted before deadline. See you in the next one.